It's time for a review of the classic 1968 album Electric Mud by none other than the legend himself, McKinley Muddy Waters Morgenfeld. This video was a request from a subscriber, so if you want me to do a review of an album of your choice, hit that subscribe button, send me a message, and I'll look into it. If it's rock or blues and I haven't heard it before, it's fair game. With all that being said, my name is Wild from Wild Wild Southwest Child. Let's get straight into the review! What a drum line and guitar lick to open with. This piece oozes the psychedelic rock sound synonymous with the 1960s. People are probably more familiar with the Etta James version that came out a year later, but this is truly wonderful. It features another instrument that is very underrepresented in today's music, the electric organ. You just don't hear it much anymore. Muddy's original version of Hoochie Coochie Man was very different. I mean, there is a 15-year gap between them. This time around, there's a lot of back and forth between every instrument, even the drums. Everyone has a chance to shine. Fun fact, Steven Seagal did a cover of this song live in 2012. Top tip, don't watch it, it's not worth it. It's amazing how the world turns. The Rolling Stones started off by doing Muddy Waters covers, and here we have Muddy Waters doing a Rolling Stones cover. Now, I'm not the biggest Stones fan. Scandalous, I know, so I can't compare it to the original, but this is a great track in and of itself. I can definitely hear the Jagger Richards influence. Sounds a bit like Cream, actually. I'm gonna throw the technical terms at you. This song starts with a wobbly sliding double bass before Muddy comes belting in. This bass line is terrific, and the band is locking in perfectly to the groove. Muddy, mate, she's better than alright. She's downright wonderful. Is it strange I can hear some Black Sabbath in this song? You can really tell that this is a precursor to rock as we know it. Wait, that's My Girl by the Temptations playing during a fade out. The 1955 version of Manish Boy is one of my all-time favourite songs. It has vibes of everyone in the pub singing together, a real sense of camaraderie and blues. This version features a more standard arrangement which loses some of the original punch and feeling of the original, but it's a cool reimagining nonetheless. Good groove, which was an important part of the blues moving to electric. Drummer's going hell for leather too. There is so much happening in this intro. Every instrument is playing a different line. The music is ebbing and flowing all around like a mad river. It's disorientating in the best way, and it does not let up. Wah-wah guitar chords in one ear, saxophone noodling in the other, walking bass line down the centre. Oh, and a bit more electric organ too. If there's one thing Muddy understands, it's groove and beat. If there's two things Muddy understands, it's groove and beat. Every song so far has had brilliant rhythms to them. I'm constantly tapping my foot or bobbing my head or just moving my body with the music in some way. This is a smooth, sexy blues number to see us out of the album. I know I usually prefer a banger to close out the records, but that's not to say that a well-executed ballad can't be just as satisfying, especially with an outro such as this. Also, there's a slide guitar, and as you'll know from my Larkin Poe review, I'm a big fan of slide guitar. Muddy Waters was highly influential in the blues and rock scene, and a clear inspiration for and influence on such classic acts as Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and even AC/DC. Mention has to be made of Willie Dixon, who wrote a lot of the pieces for Muddy, including the classic I Just Want to Make Love to You and Hoochie Coochie Man. These men have definitely influenced my music too. Call me biased, I don't care. This album gets a 9.5 distorted amplifiers out of 10.